Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday. It is Peapod Prayer Day, so come on in, share this out with somebody. When you come, love to see that we're sharing the love and wanting others to come in and feel the love that we have to give here on this show. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's get the sharing started. I'm going to share it myself. So if you would, I would certainly appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. Let's wake people up. Share to them and see if you get. All right, I'm just sharing it out. So if you would do the same, please, let's get people coming in, loving on each other. All right, so it is shared, and now let the fun begin. And we always begin with going to our hearts. That's always fun, always the best way to share with each other. So, hand on the heart, slow down the breathing, and add in some love. You know, we got plenty of that. Oh, thank you. Good morning, hope. Well, afternoon to you, but thank you so much for sharing this. So, as you breathe in to your heart and you breathe in the beautiful love energy, just start telling yourself how loved you are. I am enough. I am amazing. I am powerful. I am peace. I am love. I am joy. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment in time. Then exhale all of that out and relax and enjoy the show and enjoy sharing with each other. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Thank you for being here. All right, the important message for us last night, and I want to get to the reading of that before we do our Peapod prayer list. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. All right, so the message that they had for us is called 10 Million for World Peace, a Mission of Love. Lao Tzu said, time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time, is like saying, I don't want to. One of my favorite quotes is from Abraham Lincoln. This wise man said, in the end, it's not the life that counts, it's the life in your years. When we take on challenges in life, it changes us in a big way. When we take on something monumental, we stop thinking about self and just march forward. A few months ago, I was in the middle of my podcast, the Peapod, when an idea was born. One of my guests was Marbeth Dunn, who is a dear friend who shares a common desire with myself to bring more peace into the world. We both knew in that instant that we were being called to action, and it involved a peace mission that was bigger than anything she and I had ever done before. We could not shake the thoughts that were swirling in both our heads and hearts. As we talked about it afterwards, more of the mission became clear, and we knew it was divinely guided and in right time for this project to be born. Spirit loves to bring together triad energy. Thus, another beautiful soul became involved. This is Maureen Whitehouse, a lady who also has a burning desire to see a world focused more on peace than conflict. In our first discussion, the name 10 million for world peace was formulated. We each saw the mission clearly to bring together over 10 million people on the planet, focusing positive energy who have the power to make decisions that affect us all. For as long as I can remember, there's an element of fear concerning the destruction of our planet. Quote, pushing the button has been instilled in our mind as a possibility, and we have been slowly given information about nuclear arms, and thus our sense of safety and security has been shaken. Wouldn't it be great if there was a world without having this threat as a possibility? Scientists have come on board with evidence of how our energy fields affect the frequency of the planet. This project that we have just birthed into the world is all about focusing energy in a positive way. We believe we can impact those who are in control, those who have the ability to make decisions on whether to institute more destruction in the world or to collaborate and find a way to peace over destruction. We believe it is possible to achieve peace on earth. Dear angels, I have always heard that God does not give us more than we can handle. I'm not sure how I feel about that, as there have been times in my own life that I felt broken from the experiences I endured. Yes, I came out on the other side of each of those traumas more triumphant and stronger than before they happened. When I think about the world that exists today, I know there is much fear and anxiety about having sustainability. I believe that we each have the strength and fortitude inside of us to rise above this fear and take us as a world that we live in together without the thought of destruction. I believe we can move forward with shaking knees, but with a strong will to persevere. Dear ones, throughout time, people have spoken up in regards to having a desire to see the world come together in a peaceful manner. At the core of a person is a heart filled with love. It is who you are. You may not see it in everyone overtly, as there are many who take on the role of adversaries in their lifetime. It is all part of the contrast of the 3D experience. We encourage you, dear ones, to look upon your life experience as more than win-lose, but rather see it as an opportunity to bring more balance into your lives. If you are looking at someone as an enemy or someone to be feared, then you are missing the lesson. Stop seeing the world as harsh and uncaring. You will find what you think you will find. The power is inside of you as you change how you envision the world. Build positive relationships and allies who are willing to move forward to make the changes you want to see. Stop seeing yourself as weak and ineffective. Let love be your guiding force. Breathe it in with each breath you take and let it make you stronger from the inside as you work together to move mountains and defeat the fear, as love and fear cannot exist together. Every storm, let me start that over. Every storm starts as a small wind and grows from there into something more powerful. Your small storm of love is now ready to merge with other winds throughout the world to become a powerful force. With every step forward, let your foremost thought, your battle cry, be peace. Dear angels, today I promise to step forward confidently and boldly to bring a wave of peace into our world. Whew, that was a mouthful. And the angels were so emphatic that this message got out last night. I love the end. That ending thought is one that we can all carry with us all day, every day. And I'm going to read it again. With every step forward, let your foremost thought, your battle cry, be peace. Let that be what motivates you. Let it be what's on your mind as you encounter others in the world and you have a choice to make. You can smile because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy, or you can frown. You can offer a warm hello, or you can be silent and keep on moving. It really is up to each of us how we show up in the world, the things that we do in the world. That's our call to action. Are we going to be that force, that small wind that's going to merge with others and create something really powerful? You're a part of this. Whichever way you decide, you're a part of what happens here on the planet. So, how are you going to show up? And is it going to be something that's going to make an impact on the earth? Do you want to leave a legacy of, I did all I could do, I did my best to create an energy of peace where we can all live together in a world that works for everyone? So chew on that and see what you think. And let's see what everybody's doing as I scroll back up. All right, we have Suzanne that came in. Sophia, I really want to talk to you. We are looking for volunteers for the 10 million for world peace. And one of the things that we need is a social media manager. We need somebody who will take what we're doing and run with it and share it all over social media. And I know that's one of your fortes. So, Sophia, we would love to talk to you about that and see if you're interested. Blue Jean, and you're calling in our Brookie Brook. It's very cold there today. Okay, well, it's kind of cold here. It's 48, which is not terrible, but the sun just came up. So, hoping that it will warm up some today so I can get out and about. Catherine DeSante, happy Wednesday to you, Catherine. And Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Maria Morgado, good morning to you. Andrea Gregg, hi, sweet one. Oh, thank you for the smiles and the sun and the roses. Sally and Tony, good morning. Shiny, happy people, I love that. Thank you to those who are sharing this out. The more we can share out this message of love and hope, then wow, that's our battle, to let other people know that there's hope in the world and that we can do something. We're not victims. We have the capability to make choices, to make decisions. And are you going to decide to be one of those that brings forth something like 10 million for world peace? Are you going to support things like the Peace on Earth tour? These are the questions, you guys. And it's the angel said years ago, they told me it's no longer right, it's no longer time to sit on the couch and just wait for other people to do it and watch it on your TVs. It's time to get up, to go forward, to go into the, the storm and have your battle cry be peace. Peace. We bring peace to the world. So I'm all in. You all know that. I've been all in for over 3 years now and ready to rock and roll this thing. I'm ready to see peace coming more forcefully. I'm ready to see the leaders signing the peace treaties and saying, we don't want to go to war. I know the people of the world are saying it. We need the leaders to get behind that and to say, okay, we're going to figure out a way to get along with each other and to have this world be around for our future generations. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Oh, Kathy, our thoughts are with you and your family today with what you're going through. And thank you for being here. Okay, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all this. And then we're going to do our Peapod prayer list this morning. So if you have anything to add to it, anyone that you would like to be lifted up, and here's the card. Just type it into the comments. Oh, sorry, I stopped my thought mid-sentence, didn't I? Yeah, I have a habit of doing that lately, so just yell at me when I do. Sally says, no more couch sitters. We are peas, not potatoes. Oh, I love that. I love that. I can see a meme like that, Sally, as a matter of fact. All right, so Kuan Yin, beautiful Kuan Yin card, and it says, be guided now. Allow yourself to be guided. The guide cannot take the steps for you. That is your job. But the guide can show you the way. It's up to you if you choose to take it, whether you tread carefully, dance, or run along that sacred pathway towards the loving arms of the Holy Mother. She is always there to help you. And she is always there. And she's there behind the Peace on Earth tour. She's right there with us as we do the 10 million for world peace project, an experience. It is an experience. It's something that we're we're knowing that we're going to get people from all over the world behind this. And in every country, we need ambassadors who will shine a light and let others know that they can do something. Auntie Jean, peas roll. We are rolling after Mama P. No, you're rolling right along beside of me, my dear. I just want everyone to experience that feeling of happiness and joy when you go into inner peace. And that's where it has to start. You know, we say that every night when we do our chanting for change. We chant every night. And today is day 1080, 1080 days of chanting for change in our world. We want to see the change happen that we all say we want peace. And so that's what we have put out there as a family is that we're making a difference. We're making an impact with what we do. And the declaration that we make to go along with that chant is, I'll put it up on the screen so we can all say it together. Let me do that. This is our declaration. We say it every night. We believe it fully in our hearts. And I'd love for you all to choose to say this as well, that we declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that peace begins inside of us. It's not an ask, it's not a maybe, it's a knowingness inside of us. Let's all get on board with knowing that there is peace on earth. And it's right here. It's right in our hearts because that's where it has to start. And then when we can find that inner peace and we can really revel in it and let it immerse all of our being and show up in our actions and our thoughts, our words, then we have peace on earth. And let's let it spread from nation to nation. Let's let it go forward. And Auntie Jean, it's been the longest, best 40 days of my life. Okay, that's a little inner joke there because Karen Palmer and I started the Chanting for Change together. And in the moment that we discussed it, what we wanted to do, we were going to chant for 40 days. That was it. That was our commitment that we made to each other. And we decided to do it online and to offer up anyone who wanted to join in to chant with us. Well, those 40 days have now turned to 1,080 days, and we just love each other so dearly, and we love our mission that we're on to chant for change. And we'd love to have you join us. It happens every night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So let me put up the message to type in your prayer requests, and we'll get to the prayers. I see Kathy says, update on my cousin Paula. She's home, recovering on heart and blood pressure meds, and will go for follow-up testing and evaluation at a cardiologist. Thank you for that information, Kathy. And I would like to add to our prayers a very dear friend of mine whose daughter is going through something so huge physically. I'm not at liberty to say the name, but I know that they're struggling, and I'd like to just ask for that unknown prayer this morning for all of us to just please send energy. God knows who it is. I don't really have to say the name. Just know that there is a struggle happening with someone very, very close to me. Brookie, good morning to you. And sweet Dylan and Maxwell. All right, so let's go into our prayers. If you want to keep putting in the prayer requests, please do so. But before we go in to the list, I just invite you to step into your heart for just a moment. Just take a minute for you to settle your energy, to come before the Creator with a clean, pure, loving heart that has the best interest of all of these names that are on our prayer list. So breathe right into your heart center and just ask right now if there's anything that's unlike love inside of your heart. Ask for it to be dismissed. Ask for it to leave. This could be anxiety, it could be fear, it could be anger, it could be distrust. Anything that doesn't look like love, let's just release it. And we do that with taking a breath in, right into your heart. And then when you do the out breath, do it with a hard out breath, with the intention that anything that's not love is going to leave your heart center. We're going to do it again. So breathe in deeply into your heart and release. Really move that energy out from you. Because when we come before the Creator, especially lifting others up, we want our heart to be one that's so compassionate, so full of love, and full of care for our fellow beings who are going through some struggle, or else they wouldn't be on our prayer list. So when we release what's inside of us, then we come with a pure heart and we can come and say, please hear our prayers and let those that we love be seen and acknowledged and cared for. So thank you. Thank you for taking that moment to turn your energy inward to yourself. And each one of you that's listening right now, that's on this call, thank you for being here. And you're lifted up. I want to ask that first and foremost from our Creator to bless each one that has come together today to do this important work, this service work of sharing from the heart to those that we are lifting up. So now, let's see if there's anybody else that joined in. Kathy says, I like that peace declaration. I also like the hymn, Let There Be Peace on Earth, and let it begin with me. Indeed. Annie7, good morning, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Deirdre, good morning. And Blue says, practice of non-attachment is strong right now. Ex-solar flare yesterday, a gift to help us lift ourselves up. Oh, Sally, you lost the sound? Did anybody else? Are you all hearing? Do you hear me? Just let me know before I continue. I'll wait a second and see if you all can hear what I'm saying. You hear me fine. Okay. So Sally, maybe just click off of it and back on and see if the sound comes back for you. Thank you, Jean. Thank you for all who are letting me know that it's okay on this end. All right, so let's go to that prayer list. Our Peapod prayer list. We pray for all the peace for peace. We pray for peace on earth. We pray for the end of human suffering, and especially in human trafficking and in places where there's conflict and war. And these are our names that we lift up: Prachetta, Prachir and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and her family, Abha, Billy and Tim Hawkins and their family, and especially their son Brian, Sheila and Kevin Gooden and their family, Gary, Donnie, David, Kevin and Holly Langford, Loretta and Cecil Boone and their family, Joanne Castrillo, her husband John and their family, especially daughter Jackie and grandson Eris, Deirdre and your daughter Danya and Thump the cat, Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Joni and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and all of your family, Jacob, Marietta and Ed, and the babies, Good Girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles, and they're all on sweet dreams right now. Raquel and Claude's family, Leo Harley and family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Rick and Josie Morrow, and really lifting up our pirate Rick and praying for the very best for him in his physical journey right now. Tom and Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Loriot and their family, Jean and Ron Loriot and their family, Christina and Carrie Leftwich and all of her extended family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and the Kovacs family and fur babies, Rosalind Good Vibes, Sally and Tony De La Rosa and Rose De La Rosa. I forgot to take Sally off of there, so I will do that afterward, but praying for all of her. Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, especially his brother and his sister-in-law, and Zena and her parents, Winston and Cynthia, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven, Grayson and Adam, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and the grandchildren, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah Langren, Oksana and her mom, Amber, Jenna, Katia, Maximus and his teacher, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul Reese and their daughters, Bea and her daughter Juliana, Linda and Dick Lemieux and their sons and grandchildren, Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and all of their extended family, Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave and all the fur babies, and I'll have to add Razzmatazz on there, Dolly the horse, and Chance the horse, the family of Pam Moore, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and her beautiful family, Dylan and baby Maxwell, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lily Ann in Norway and all her family, Kathleen Caputo, our Mama Hada Bear, Iris, baby Wyatt, and I think it was baby Wyatt who was not doing well. A couple of days ago, she asked for more prayers for him. Baby Haven and his mom, Kat, Steve, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Deerfield Valley in Vermont, Captain Corey and his mom Pixie. I haven't had an update on Captain Corey, but last I heard it wasn't looking so good. So let's please lift up that entire family. Alba, Dottie and Dawn, Grace Isis and her family in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her daughter Marissa and her mom Barbara. Karen will be with me in a couple of days, well, in one more day. I pick her up tomorrow from the airport, so I'm looking forward to a visit with our Karen Palmer. Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Tammy Fisk and daughter and sister Tracy, Lori, Kelly, Rochelle and her mom, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and all her family and her sister-in-law Sharon, Diana Bertut, and Diana's not doing well physically, so let's please lift her up. Jeannie and her sister Merle, the area of Boulder, Colorado, where I am right now, Deb Goldberg and family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and her family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and brother-in-law, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her Florida friends, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick in Australia, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan Orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff, and Richard, who made it home safe from their trip to New York, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, Rick Olfick, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family. And Kuka's cast has been removed, so she's improving from breaking a bone there. Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookie's Aunt Jeannie, Shelley, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Freddie, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carol Hawks, Carl, Brutus the dog, Augie the dog, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and family, especially her son Alan and her daughter Alicia, Keegan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Irina, Bill Cutrone, and I think both of those have come through their surgery well and are recovering. Joanne McCann New, Whitney, Jude Doughton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, James Schultz family, Julie Kiss and her mom Cynthia, Linda Kiss, Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angela Kumpelmans, Sunny and Hunter Floor, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Sylvie Barnes, Robert Waters Dyke, Joey, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Nancy Berdelsky, EC, Shelley and Terry Newman, Iris, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, Cassie, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and daughter Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carvajal, Sharon, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes, Aude Barnes, Good Ellen Sundahl, Vita Hammond, Maria Mitchinson Hickman Simpson, Sam the dog, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Matt, Anjali Bajaj, Juliet Herman, Paula Graca, who I think you said was doing a little better, David Brett and his family, the Rowland family, Colleen Dellen Hickson, C. Meg Michaels family, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, family and friends, Julie Kiss's Uncle Freddie, Robert and his sons Ben and Joe, JT, Francis Nalvin, Shanna, Danielle Riverin and family, Annie's Aunt Carol, Andrea's Aunt Esther Ann, Chris and Natika, Christine and Ed, Charlie, Isaac, Jonathan and Eddie, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Peter and Catherine DeSanti, and Mary Jane in Vermont, who I believe is coming home today, and very, very happy about her progress. So if there's any you want to add, please let me know and we'll put them on the list. And now I ask that you pray this prayer together, all of us. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. where there is so love, where there is injury, pardon, doubt, faith, where there is despair, hope, where there is darkness, light, and where there is sadness, joy. For all of these prayers that we've lifted up, all these names, these places, these situations, we turn it over to you, Creator, the source of all that is. We ask that each one be seen and acknowledged and answered for the best and highest good of all. And we ask that you send your angels out on assignment to each person, letting them know they're not alone. They're not facing those struggles and challenges of life by themselves, but there is spiritual help that we always have available. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Ooh, okay. That's a long list, but you know what? We're a big family of everyone that's brought to us. And Auntie Jean, special prayers for Teri's family, especially for Billy, who is caring for her sick son. Thank you, Jean. It's a real struggle right now, you guys, and my heart is breaking with that whole situation. And just praying that there's some relief there in what's happening. So thank you for gathering around my beautiful sister Billy. Well, how about a message from the tiny book to get us ending this show and on with our day? Tiny book of angel messages, big thoughts for daily living. So who would like to pick a page? Page 4. All right, Audrey. I don't know that we've gotten to the end of the book yet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages on page 4. So which message would you like to hear? Message 3. Just the mere fact that you are giving it a chance, if there's a different way of doing something, on assignment to look for answers. And I think we can all adapt that today, can't we? Just give it a chance to maybe there are other options. Maybe there's a different way of thinking about something than we've always thought. Looking at those constructs and looking at possibilities and potential. I invite you today. You know, we've been studying A Course in Miracles since the beginning of this year, and that is one thing that we're learning together, and it's really sinking. There's a whole family there, if you'd like to us at night, 8 o'clock every night, and we're looking at possibilities and potential. We're looking at the fact that only love is real. And as we see the things in our world that are turbulent and we see the contrast, we're realizing the illusion of separation. We are not separate. We're all one. So as together we can envision what we would like to see in our world, then we put that as a possibility. And that's what we're doing with 10 million to world peace. Let me put up the link if you would like to come join us. We're on Facebook, 10 million for world peace. It's a big effort. It takes all of us. It really does take a village to bring this to fruition. And we've started every week on Sundays at 1:11. We have started meditating, and those are available for you to watch the replay. And our beautiful, wise Auntie Jean suggested that every day at 1:11, we just take a moment, just pause whatever you're doing, and put up a prayer for peace. Send out an energy of positive toward peace in our world. Lift up our world leaders, our local leaders, our state leaders, our country leaders, and just do that every day, because starting September 1st, we will physically be doing it every day online. So we'd like to get into that habit already of doing it. If you'd like to join us, here's how you can do that. You can volunteer to help us out with this project. We need so much help because it does take all of us. We need people who can write words for us to share with others about peace. We need people who will share it out onto the social media and email and groups on other social media platforms. If you would love to volunteer with us, we would love to have you and your energy. And if you'd like to support us in other ways, you can donate. Maybe you work for a company that will do support financially for nonprofits. We are a nonprofit. And also, we'll be putting up a Facebook fundraiser pretty soon and get that ball rolling so it'll be make it very, very easy for you to donate. So those are the ways you can help us. And we have a website, 10millionforworldpeace.org. And I know this sounds like a commercial, but this is something that's so dear to my heart. And I see this as something that's changing the world. It's already changing the world. And it's changing me in a big way. When I first started on the Peace on Earth tour, I, I felt the support of. I was driving down with just me in the car and the angels traveling along, the wind beneath my wings, pushing that automobile along and guiding it where it needed to go. I've joined with these other two ladies in this beautiful outreach now, where we believe with this. Support us, be a part of this mission, and thank you. Thank you, everyone that's here today. So, my words to you is stay in your heart, stay blessed. I love you so very much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.